Hi, welcome back to another episode of Then We Eat. On this week's edition, we'll be making pizza-style stuffed pork tenderloin. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to butterfly our pork tenderloin. And this is my piece of pork tenderloin. It is about a pound, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to slit the top and cut the sides, and I'm going to open it up into a nice long thin piece. So it's going to look something like that. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pound it out. Okay, so I have flattened it out to about, I'd say, maybe quarter of an inch to half an inch thick. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the fridge while I get the next ingredients going. The next step is to fry up the vegetables. I've got my pan turned on. As you can hear, it gets noisy in here with the induction going. And to my pan, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, you can use canola oil or just whatever oil you have that's good for frying. Okay, I can see my oil is starting to heat up, so let's add the peppers and the onion. I have about 50 grams of red pepper, chopped julienne style. That's just nice skinny little shreds. And I have 35 grams of onion that I've cut the same way. So into the pan they go. And we'll let those fry up. Okay, as you can see, my vegetables are starting to soften, which means that we're pretty close to getting time to add the pepperoni. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add our pepperoni. I have approximately 75 grams of pepperoni. I'm going to put it in and I'm going to let it cook for about a minute, maybe two, just to heat up. Now I did start with 150 grams of pepperoni, but while I was waiting, I did eat the 75 grams. Okay, so everything looks like it's cooked through. The pepperoni is heated. The peppers look like they're pretty well cooked and the onions are nice and soft. So we're going to take it off the heat and we're going to put it in a bowl with the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so into the bowl it goes. To our bowl, we're going to add 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese and approximately 75 grams of pasta sauce. Now the 75 gram works out to about 1/3 of a cup. So our next step is to stuff our pork tenderloin. So we're going to take our mixture and we're going to dump it into the middle of the pork tenderloin, and we're going to make a little channel with the stuff the whole length. I'll show you what I mean. You want to make sure that you've got it right to the ends, but you only want to keep it in the middle of the loin, but both ends. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fold the sides up the best we can to try and get as best roll as we can possibly get. You want to make sure it's as tight as possible. And then we want to use some string and we want to tie it close. You want to get it as tight as you can. Okay, there's our pork tenderloin tied. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put it back in our frying pan and we're going to try and brown it on all 4 sides before we pop it in the oven. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of oil to our pan, somewhere between a half a tablespoon and a tablespoon. We're going to let our oil heat up for a minute and then we're going to add our pork tenderloin. Okay, so in it goes. Just going to leave that for a few minutes on each side until all the sides are nice and brown. Okay, so it's been a minute or two. Let's give it a flip. Alright, so I've browned it on 3 out of the 4 sides. I'm not going to attempt to try and do the top where everything will fall out. If you were able to wrap yours, I would suggest doing the top as well. Now remember, you're not looking to cook it at this point, you're just looking to brown all the sides. I've got my oven preheated to 375. I'm going to put the pork tenderloin in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, we're back. The pork tenderloin is out of the oven, it's cooked, it's ready to be cut. Okay, so it's all cut up. Now the best part, trying it. Make sure you get the string off. Let's try it. That's very good. The pepperoni, the peppers, the onion, the cheese, oh, so good. This is a must try if you're looking for something different for dinner. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Did you like this video? Or better yet, what would you like to make for dinner? And don't forget, first we cook, then we eat.